Casey, with the goddamn whining. I'm about to put my fist through his teeth. We did what we had to do. Live with it. End the story. How the fuck that beanpole made it through basic is beyond me. Soft as a melted fucking marshmallow. Different story with Kenny. I respect the guy, but that doesn't mean he gets a pass. The questioning has to stop. We had to protect what was rightfully ours. This bunker is our home. The supplies are our lifeline. If we did not defend it, we'd have all been dead within 2 weeks. Now we can last months, maybe longer. We can survive this. A brutal decision was made, but we have to fucking stand by it, unified. If Kenny and Casey don't fall in line soon, I'll have no problem marching them out of the bunker door with a gun to the back of their heads.
Wasn't about to let those bastards steal all our shit. It's dog eat fucking dog now, and I'm the mama pit bull. Foster and Trin understand what's up when you go through something like that together. Something that ugly but necessary. You develop a bond to the group, no doubt. The other two? Fuck them. They don't get it. Casey acting like he's innocent. Bunch of bullshit. And Kenny with his moral high horse routine, not gonna put up with it much longer. I'm watching. They so much as blow a fucking fart in my direction, I'll put their asses down. Zero hesitation. Only the ruthless will survive this shit.
Didn't think I'd ever see another human being again.
You're not looking so good. What happened to you?
Ceiling collapsed on me. Was scavenging. Happened fast. Been stuck here a while. At first, thought I might survive, but I'm not gonna make it. Know that now. Who are you?
People call me the tourist, so let's go with that.
The tourist. Huh. My name is Kenneth, in case you give a shit. I'm in agony here. Feels like my insides are getting eaten by a billion bugs. Was wondering if you could do me 2 favors?
Sure, I'll listen.
First favor is the simple one. When our chat is through, kill me. The second one is to relay a message. If the little bastard is still alive. National Guardsman, like me, named Casey. My squad mate left him behind in the bunker. Can you maybe get him on a radio? Frequency 61. Say, waterfall.
Casey asked me to look for you. He's alive. In the bunker. He wanted to know what happened to you and the rest of the squad.
Casey's alive, huh? That's good to hear. I didn't give him much chance, honestly. Thought he'd have blown his brains out by now, or shriveled away to nothing. guess I underestimated him. If you make it back to him, tell him these few things for me. Tell him he's a good guy. The guilt, it's not his. Tell him to let it all go. What happened at the bunker? He needs to wipe his brain clean. Tell him Kenneth said things right. Killed Trent, Jess, and Foster. Okay? You need to write it down or something?
I'll remember everything. Don't worry. But I am curious. What happened at the bunker?
Fuck it. I've got nothing to hide. We killed dozens of innocent people. Civilians trying to get into the bunker. When all the shit with the dead walking started to go down, we had orders to keep everyone out of the bunker. I don't know why. It didn't make any sense. But when it got too tense, we freaked. We mowed them down. Vietnam-style shit. Casey just stood there. Like a ghost. That fuck Foster started screaming at him to open fire with the rest of us. Later I asked Casey if he fired. He said that he pulled the trigger because he was scared that if he didn't, we'd all turn on him, add his body to the pile. He said he aimed his gun up in the rafters of the church. I believed him. He begged me not to tell the others. He didn't trust them. But he trusted me. We were friends. Listen, my brain is getting foggy. I'm seeing shit. I don't know how many words I got left. End me. Please.
One more question, Kenneth. You said you killed your squad mates. Why?
We all deserve death for what we did, champ. They were gonna hurt Cousin Timmy, and I couldn't let them do that. I had to make sure. They were never gonna hurt no one ever again. Right, Uncle Tommy? Hey. Before you go to the bowling alley, blow my fucking brains out, yeah? That's the only way to remain human all the way to the end, right?
You there, Casey? I'm back.
Hey, tourist. Did you discover anything?
All your squad mates are dead. Kenneth killed them.
Holy shit. How do you know?
I stumbled onto Kenneth. He told me what he did and why he did it.
Kenneth is alive? Where is he? Can I talk to him?
No, he's dead. But he told me some interesting things before it was over.
Shit. Rest in peace, Kenny. My friend. What did he tell you?
He wanted me to tell you something. You want to know what he said?
Yes, of course. What did he say?
He said you're a good guy. Not to feel guilt about what happened outside the bunker. To let the massacre go. He told me all about it. From his perspective. But I am curious about yours.
Well, if he told you what happened, why do you need to hear it from me? You know what you need to know, right? And you've told me my friend is dead, so we can move on, yeah?
I know it must be hard, Casey, to talk about it. But it's okay. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, you're right, tourist. It's not easy for me. There was a massacre. 36 people at least. Civilians. Right at the reserve entrance. Innocent people that we should have been protecting. I should have done something to stop it, but I didn't. I stood there. A coward. And now I don't sleep. I have a nervous twitch in my right hand that gets more pronounced every day, and the guilt is like a 10-ton weight crushing my chest. Are you satisfied now?
Those are just facts, Casey. I already know the facts. What I need to know is your perspective on the whole thing. There's a reason why you can't sleep. You're twitching like a junkie and your chest feels like it's caving in.
Okay, quit badgering me, please. I'll talk. Just give me a second to gather my thoughts. It's all fucking foggy. The whole thing escalated really fast. The first bullet was Foster. I wanted to scream no, but it's like I just left my body. Everything after that moment, it's like a nightmare. Jess and Trent started firing. Jess, she was smiling. Kenneth hesitated. He looked right through me, like he expected me to have his back. But I did nothing. So he started firing. After that, all I've been able to retain are weird details. Oh, the sounds. A hat. A cross. Man. Sometimes when I'm here lying, trying to sleep, I can actually feel my fingers shaking on the trigger of my rifle, even though I haven't touched the thing since the day it happened.
What do you hear when the sounds come?
The sound of terror. The pleas. The gunfire. My own shouts. The thump of bodies hitting the floor. This cacophony will just swell up inside my head when I least expect it. This chaos. But I can still pick out every single fucking sound. I just can't shake it.
A cross? Like in a church? What's that all about?
Yeah. It's fucking strange, tourist. I see it. Real close up. Everything around it is hazy. Bullets chewing it up. Splintering the wood. It's from my church back home. The one my mom used to drag me to. You know, but that makes no sense. It's just my mind.
The feel of the trigger.
Yeah, no matter what. I'll never know.
You mentioned a hat. What hat?
There was this old man. Shielding his wife. He had on this bright blue fishing hat, and I watched a flurry of bullets rip it right off in this spray of blood and skull. And this fucking hat, I swear to God, it's the exact same hat my uncle used to wear. And the bullets drove it into the wall, and it hung there for a second, dripping. And then it flopped onto the floor. The image, I can't, I'm worried it'll be there forever. Did I shoot those bullets?
You'll never know for sure, Casey.
That's exactly right, tourist. And I can't.
Listen to me, Casey. Carefully. What happened outside the bunker, it's not your fault. That is clear to me. It was clear to Kenneth. You need to find a way to make it clear to yourself.
Yeah, I know. You're right, Taurus. Hey, maybe when this is all over, I can hire you to be my therapist.
I charge $300 an hour. Don't think you can afford that on National Guard money.
Yeah. Look, tourist, this little chat, it's worn me the fuck out. I'm getting electrocuted, and doubtful I'm getting out of here. This is all a waste of time.
Casey, good news. May said she would give me the key we need.
Good news? Hell, tourist. I would classify that as fucking outstanding news. No, look, I don't want to jinx it, but... No, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Best not to risk the jinx. Let's just forge ahead. One step at a time. Okay, so, the part to repair the final pump. Gosh, I don't have much to go on. It's weird. There's been really faint chatter about it on a few channels. It's been nothing but static for months. There's an outpost called Bastion, set up in a heavily defended duplex home. Barricades and optimal sight lines. The Reclaimed currently control it. Now, the place has been a hotbed of conflict between Tower and Reclaimed for a while. From what I'm hearing, that's where it is, so be ready for a shitstorm. Good luck, and hey, keep your head on a swivel.
You made it. I didn't doubt that you would, of course, but my patience was beginning to be tested. Let's start with a formal introduction. You are the tourist, and I am Jean-Baptiste. JB for short. There now, we can proceed to matters of more profound consequence. It is my understanding that this gizmo here would be of use to you. It's all yours. Consider it a gift. And when we are finished with our conversation, I will provide you with the missing dial that you'll need to operate it. Sound fair?
Sounds fair.
Terrific. Now, I prefer to play it straight. Once I received word that you were collecting these devices, and to what purpose, I saw an opportunity to connect with the city's most illustrious survivor and have a chat about the reserve. So I made it a priority to acquire one, through various means I will not divulge. And now here you are. It is my hope when I am through, you will see the reserve for what it is. Nothing more than a crutch, holding back the people of this fine city from regaining themselves.
You've piqued my interest. Go on.
I am a firm believer in the greatness of humankind, our ingenuity, our art, our towering scientific achievements. This reserve nonsense, even if the rumors about what may be inside it exceed our wildest dreams, the bounty will only prolong our addiction to survivalism as the only path in life. It will stifle our creativity. It will eventually lead to our withering doom. Now, this is the proposal that I have for you. Continue your search for the reserve, and when you unearth it, which I have the utmost confidence you will, destroy it. These 4 numbers will disable the entire flood contingency system. Mother Nature will rage through the reserve and take care of the rest. 1006. Flood the reserve and set us all free. Give this still glorious city the jump start it needs to refocus on something much grander than mere survival. Grant us hope, tourist, and thank you most sincerely for hearing me out. And let's keep this chat between us, if that's all right. I'm not sure my comrades would see the big picture benefits of removing the reserve from the equation. The floor's now yours, my friend. Anything on your mind that requires clarity?
I'm curious about the reclaimed.
Yes?
I've heard snippets about the reclaimed philosophy, but it would be enlightening to hear it from you.
It's simple, really. We want to live purposeful lives, reclaim the world and our humanity along with it. Mere survival is so petty. It's beneath us, forcing people to focus solely on survival. It's cruel, really. I believe we must invest in a future of our own design. Life is not worth living otherwise.
The reclaimed have made quite a mark on the city. How did the movement get started?
After my exile from the tower for insubordination, I took to raiding their supply lines. Rather efficiently, I might add. No one ever got hurt, and other exiles clamored to join my operations. Needless to say, Mama and her cohorts were not pleased with my exploits, and they sent several communications asking me to cease my pillaging or there'd be consequences. Of course, I refused, politely. No one was going to dictate the terms of my existence anymore. But it wasn't until the tower started sending thugs out to track me down and end me that I decided it was time to send a message of my own.
What's with the gory rituals?
First one was a man I knew well in my brief tenure as a tower grunt. I'd even called him a friend. Tripp was his name. Snuck up on me in the middle of sleep. Tried to slit my throat. Still carry the scar. Well, long story short, Tripp was no match for me. I maimed him. Something awful, really. And I dragged his body about a mile all the way to the southern bump, which at the time was the most highly trafficked exit from the tower. I found an old oak, hung him upside down from it so his lifeblood would spill rapidly into the soil, and upon his chest I pinned a note that read, "Keep 'em coming." And just like that, I became the most feared boogeyman Nola has seen since the Axeman. Once I had fear on my side, the rest just blossomed naturally. Those with nowhere else to go wanted what I had, so they listened. And they learned. I empowered them. That's all people want. A sense that their lives still have some meaning.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I want your perspective on the reserve.
Uh-huh.
Why choose me to destroy the reserve?
Because you're the one best equipped to find the accursed place, and I trust you will do the right thing when you do. Call it a hunch.
If the rumors about what's inside the reserve are true, wouldn't it benefit the Reclaim to get your hands on it?
You are absolutely correct. But once those supplies are gone, then what? The same old fruitless pursuits. And there is the very distinct possibility that the tower gets to it before we do. The only way to guarantee this city will move forward in the proper direction is to remove the reserve from the equation entirely.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I've heard enough.
Fair enough. Then we are finished here. The Dow, as promised. Godspeed, tourist.
Finally meet, tourist. After all the hype, you're not exactly what I expected. Thought you'd be more put together, bit more danger to your presence.
Sorry to disappoint, lady. Good thing I'm not too concerned about what you think of me.
You should be, fool. Your life may depend on it. I'm Georgia. Maybe you heard of me, maybe not. I could give two shits. What does concern me is the man inside the building you just stepped out of. The time has come to silence him once and for all. Cut off the head that won't shut up. Rest of the Reclaim fools will fall back in line. Then us tower folk can get back to doing what's right, without all the noise.
From what I know about JB, it may take more than you and a couple of goons to take him down.
You a real smartass, tourist. I fucking love smartasses. Especially when I've snipped the tongues out of their smartass mouths. But I'm willing to give you a pass on your smartass ways. Just this once. I'm gonna offer you an opportunity to be a hero. You game?
That depends. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Quit fucking with me, fool. You know what I want. March back up into that house and kill JB. Prove you are worth more to the tower than the cockroach you've been so far. And in return, all your fucked up transgressions will be forgiven. If you happen to find yourself in the midst of our onslaught on the reserve, tower troops will have your back. You have my word.
I take no issue with killing JB. Consider it done.
No nonsense. I dig it, tourist. I'll let you get to the deed. We'll be waiting, right here. But don't keep us waiting too long. My patience has a limit.
Out for a stroll?
You've returned. To what do I owe the pleasure, tourist?
Tower troops are outside. They want you dead. I suggest you get out of here.
Well, look at you, tourist. Choosing sides. I suppose that's a good sign regarding our previous conversation. For a rogue spirit, you certainly have proven pivotal in the fight for the soul of this...
Did you take care of that fool?
You won't have to worry about JB and his yammering anymore.
The tide has fucking turned. Thanks for doing what needed to be done. From this point on, just keep steering clear of the tower, and there won't be any issues between you and me. I'm not a fan of issues, in case you couldn't tell. And when this shit with the reserve pops, I'll make sure tower troops have orders to steer clear of you.
Weird idea. What if you kept a walker as a pet? Think that's possible?
Hey, Casey. Feel like bullshitting for...
Tourist, thank you, and goodbye. Maybe our paths will cross again. Maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. Personally, I think you should follow us out of this doomed city. Like I said, you would be an asset to the Exodus. But you need to follow whatever story resides in your head. Just know that you are a part of my and Ambra's story, along with the stories of a couple dozen folks who might have been dead by the end of the week if it wasn't for your efforts. Ambra wanted to give you one more drawing. I think she hopes it'll sway your decision. Good luck, and I hope you find what you're searching for. May.
Casey, come in.
Hey, tourist. We have to move quick on this last repair, but it's best to do it under cover of darkness. Just get some rest and reach out when the sun's gone down.
I'm back, Casey. Ready to repair the pump. You still alive?
Yeah, alive, but almost swimming. No turning back after this, tourist. We have to get after it. I'm running out of time. You prepared?
I'm ready.
Okay. Serial number first.
Seven 749-0003-13.
All right. Set valve A to 38.
Valve A, 38. Green.
Valve B needs to be set at 44.
Valve B, 44. A, B, double green.
You're a machine, tourist. Okay, valve C. Set it to 60.
Valve C to 60. Green all around. Button press and we are calibrated.
Excellent. Okay. The last pump is not far from the cemetery. It's in a concrete industrial shed in the old jazz park, near the statue of the musicians. Should be easy to find. The key you got from May unlocks the door to the shed. Now once the part is installed, contact me and I'll get the pump system started. We are so close, tourist. Access to the reserve for you, get the fuck out of the reserve for me. Oh, can't wait.
Casey, come in. It's go time.
Awesome, tourist. Never doubted you.
That's a load of bullshit, Casey.
Well, sure, there were a few times I doubted you, but hey, you proved me wrong. All right, I'm gonna power everything up. It should work, but you never know. Guess we need to be prepared for anything. Okay, here goes. Fingers crossed. Oh, yes! It's working! What a fucking relief! I can hear the pumps firing up overhead.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what? What's the problem? Something going on out there?
Yeah. A building lit up in the distance. Looks like the church. Floodlights popped on or something. The whole city's gonna know where the reserve is now.
Both sides are gonna descend on this place like flies on shit. I need to get the fuck out of here. Now. God damn it, tourist. I still can't open the door. Okay, think, Casey, think. All right, I think I know what's going on. The doors won't open until the pump system knows where to redirect the water. Let's see. There's a manual flow control inside the church. Now, you need to get over here quick. Open the valve to one of the rooms so the water has a place to go. Then the doors will unlock, and I can get the hell out, tourist. Come on, please. Please, I don't want to be stuck in this place when a bunch of nuts with guns show up feeling greedy. And neither do you.
They're on the run! Move up now!
Retreat! Towers everywhere!
quit poking around.
Find somewhere else to be.
I suggest you get lost.
What was that? This fool must be dirt. Time for the tower to fall. You in the tower? Yours truly. Who's sneaking around? Who's there?
Scanning the area.
You gonna show your face here? After all, tell me you're upside down.
Who's got
Advantage is ours. This fool wants to eat.
there?
I'm here, Casey. At the controls.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm not sure how much time we have left before my room is underwater. Activating the pumps just fucked everything up. The room is filling up fast. Look, I need you to redirect the flood flow to the armory, and quick. Look, I know I promised you all the weapons you'd ever be able to carry, but I'm sorry. We have to let them go.
What happened with the pumps? I went through all that trouble for nothing?
I don't know what happened. Maybe the system was already pushed too far. Point is, you need to redirect the flow, and now, or I am dead. I know I sold you a bill of goods that I can't deliver on anymore, and that sucks. I'm sorry. But this is my life we're talking about here, tourist. Flood the armory. Please. Tourist! Oh, for a second I thought... never mind. The door unlocked. I'll head up and meet you in the church.
Establish a perimeter. Flush out any reclaimed stragglers. No mercy.
Round up exiles, clear out those camps. This is power choice now. Move the strays out. Who the fuck rang the bell?
Shit! Heard it's close.
Just up the fucking street.
Voices down. You draw their attention, we gonna get slaughtered.
Back off! Take one step toward me and I really ring the bell. Every walker in a 5-mile radius will descend upon this place and tear everyone apart.
You don't want to do that. Just because we're safe in here doesn't mean you can ring that bell and kill all those people. That you, tourist? Oh, thank God. Look, you have to talk some sense into her. If she rings that bell...
Didn't you hear them out there? Needlessly slaughtering each other when they should be unified. They have always been stupid and cruel, even before the world went to shit. Their fucked up philosophies, their petty treachery, even the innocent, their pathetic desperation. They all twisted my priorities, blinded me to the truth. I should have been looking after me and mine. All along, I allowed them to take her away from me. They are the reason my daughter is dead.
Tourist! She's lost it. Listen to her. We can't let her ring that bell. One of us has to kill her. Please, don't force me to do it.
I'm glad you're here, tourist. To bear witness. The slate needs to be wiped clean.
We are out of time! Thanks for stopping her, tourist. I'm not sure I could have brought myself to do it.
East Side Narrow, 717. Agitate. Rampart. Reclaimed. Heavy presence. Ward. Suspending the herd. The Shallows. Reclaim scouts infiltrate. 5-1. Focus supply raise. The Shallows. Medical cache confirmed. 5-1. Medical cache confirmed. Via Corolla. Food stockpile discovered. Bastion. Valuable supplies. Via Corolla. Food cache uncovered. The Shallows.